right, so Brian Taylor. All right, this is awesome. I'm really excited. On the Next Up Bodybuilding podcast, we got Mr. Brian Taylor. Hold on, I got this intro down pat. IFBB Pro Men's Physique, Mr. Taylormade, Mr. Master of Kicks, Mr. Family Man, Mr. Military, Mr. Nothing Like the Rest.
There it is.
Let's go.
That's what's up. That's me.
This one.
That's me all in one for sure.
It's all in one. I like it. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good, bro. 2 weeks out.
Yep.
2 weeks out. Just grinding. Can't complain. Okay. Hungry a little bit, but not too much.
Just a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, Kash feeding over there.
Man, Kash still feeding me.
Good.
I can't complain. I'm still getting a nice amount of carbs a day, so.
That hammer's gonna drop. So just these days.
Not too much. We don't cut carbs.
You don't cut carbs?
Not at all. We run carbs all the way through.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, before we get too much into it, it's like, look, I always like to know like about context, where you are now, what are you doing? I know you're a family man. I know you're a military vet. Like, walk us through the last, umpteenth years.
Yeah. So, 2008 through 16, I was active duty Army. Deployed twice. One tour to Iraq, one tour to Afghanistan. Me and my wife been married coming up on 6 years this year. Congrats. 5 years. 6 years together, 5 years married this year. So we have 4 kids. Yeah. 4 kids. We've moved around a lot. I'm from Memphis originally, but I haven't lived at home in Memphis since 2008 when I joined the military. So I've been Texas between. Now. Yeah, I'm loving Texas. I think this is home for good, unless a job decide to take me away. But other than that, man, I'm here for good. I'm loving it down here.
Man, from what I can tell, you're built in already, right?
Yeah.
Got your motorcycle.
Yeah.
You found one of the best gyms in the state, right? Like you're plugged in just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's been good so far. So I can't complain. I really can't complain, bro. But yeah. I mean, other than that, man, since I've been out in the military, I've just been just working different gigs. But I'm right now I'm working with Lockheed Martin, which is a federal contractor. So
once again,
yeah, if you know how tough it is to get in there.
If you know, exactly.
So
great company.
For sure. You need a lot of who you know, not what you know. But yeah,
I didn't want to say it's still the good old boy system, but
is that it don't change? Yeah, man. So I've been there.
In Grand Prairie, and Lockheed used to be right like a mile from my middle school or my elementary school, right? I think there was Lockheed Martin.
2. So it's 2 out here, yeah. One in Grand Prairie, one out here in Fort Worth.
I just knew it was one of those prestigious things. I remember in 2nd grade, we built an model airplane.
Yeah.
Like gave it to Lockheed.
That's what's up, because that's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Yeah.
Well versed. Congrats. I know that's an awesome gig.
It's a stressful gig, stressful, but I mean, can't complain. I got 4 days at work, 3 days off. Get paid every Friday. I can't complain too much, right?
God bless it. God bless it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you went from Memphis, military, had some time in Hawaii, your family man, 4 kids, and then you somehow found time to make it to the gym still and get your pro card. Yeah. Why did you even start bodybuilding?
Interesting question. Nobody ever believes me when I say it, but I'm serious, man. Nobody believes it, but I didn't get into bodybuilding or competing until my wife wanted to.
Really?
So she brought me into the sport, and she wanted to compete. I was, I was stubborn. I was used to just going to the gym, doing the bro stuff, and then going home, eating whatever I wanted to eat. And she went, before we left North Carolina back in 2017, she went and hired a local coach, and she was balls to the wall for it. And I'm I'm not hiring no coach. I said, no.
I got to pay somebody.
That's what I said. I said, man, I figured it out. I'll get on YouTube. I was one of them. So I said, I get on YouTube. Yeah. I said, I get on YouTube and I figure out how to meal plan myself.
Yeah.
And, here I am thinking I'm doing something. Granted, I'm getting big, but it's like it wasn't. I'm getting thick, you
Yeah.
know, but I've always been naturally skinny, so
Okay.
packing on weight has been a task. But once we moved to Hawaii, man, she was like, "So what are you gonna do now?" I gotta find a new coach. I'm gonna find a new coach, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna do the next show that's here. So I was like,
They got
all
their
right.
foot out there.
So I went ahead and I reached out to Brandon Hendrickson.
Okay.
And
His
so,
waves?
well, I reached out to all the big name,
Yeah.
men's physique guys. So I was like, man, I want to look like one of these dudes.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Brandon Hendrickson, and he wrote me back, and he, checked out my profile because at that time I had started posting like workout videos
Okay.
and physique posts or whatever, like just showing what I look like.
Yeah.
And he DM'd me back and he gave me his number, and we chopped it up, and he was like, yeah, I'll coach you. And shoot, man, little did I know, I fell in love with it from there.
Really?
He told me straight up, as an amateur, I didn't have too much to work on to win an NPC show.
Yeah.
He told me that for sure. And so we prepped. In 2017, I did my first show, Aloha Muscle, and I won overall.
Damn.
Yeah. So he
The whole
prepped me
boat.
on my first
That's
first
like the
outing.
worst thing you could do. That's what I tell everyone. Like the worst thing you do is win your show, your very first
Bro.
show, and you think you're supposed to win everything else.
Bro. We're gonna get to that. But so I won Aloha Muscle in 2017, and then I was like, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
And he was like, let's go to nationals. I was like, all right, what show? He was like, come to my city, Junior Nationals in Chicago. So
this is Brandon Hendrickson telling you to come to
Brandon
nationals.
Henderson.
So if
Funny thing
Brandon
about
told
that
you to
year.
come to nationals, you kind of gotta go.
Yeah, so 2018 was a great year. I turned pro, and immediately after, he won Mr. Olympia same year.
Yeah.
So, but that whole prep, man, for me, that prep was tough because during that junior national prep, through the little off season piece of it, after I won that first show, my wife deployed to Kuwait. So,
okay.
Here
I've
I
been following
am.
you for a minute, so I do remember that aspect.
Yeah. So she was deployed.
That's crazy.
I was at the house with 3 of the 4 kids every day by myself. And then on top of that, I end up having to take care of her mom, who ended up having a second stroke while she was out visiting me and the kids. So she ended up staying with us the whole time we were in Hawaii. From that point, she never went back to North Carolina. So I'm taking care of the kids, the mom, wife is deployed, going to work, prepping.
Damn, let's get this man like the Man of the Year award.
But see, that's like when I say that though, I say that and I tell people all the time, don't give me excuses on why you can't do anything that you say you want to do. Because if I could do it and I was by myself with all of those responsibilities, you could do whatever you say you got to do and you ain't got half of the responsibilities. Yeah. But yeah, man, from there I went to junior nationals, turned pro, and came back home to a surprise. She came back a little early, so when I got back that Sunday, she was in the bathroom hiding.
We went to nationals too, so I've seen her live. She's what, Class C?
No, she's Class A. She's a shorty.
She's Class A.
Yeah, she's Class A. She's a shorty. So yeah.
And then for reference, you're about 6'1", 6'2".
Roughly about 6'1", yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's like 5'2". So big difference. But that's my spider right there.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's my spider. But yeah, man. So Junior Nats 2018 turned pro, and then I went out late 2018, do my pro debut at SAC Pro. And when you talk about win, and you think you're just supposed to keep winning, that was me. I got my ass smacked. I didn't even know it was an 18th place.
It's not the 15th. You just have to be 18.
Look, I looked at the scorecard from Sandy, and it was like 3 of us down to 18. I was like, 18? Where did 18 come from? So yeah. So yeah, after that, but I ended up switching coaches after my second pro show, which was a few weeks after my pro debut. I switched over to Kash, and it's been like on the up ever since. So, but the only reason I switched though was because I mean, at that time Brandon had just won Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
He was doing shows, so both of his last two shows were on the same days as my first two shows, and I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Can't compete with nobody that's competing in my division. I mean, can't be coached by somebody in my division.
Yeah,
So
conflict of interest, but more of like conflict of scheduling and timing and prioritization.
yeah, exactly. So it was off, and yeah, from there, I mean, it's no hard feelings. Me and him
Yeah.
still buddies to today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, it's been up since I joined Kash. I can't complain about nothing he's done with me so far.
Good, good. That's awesome to hear. And Cash is down in what, Houston or Louisiana?
Yeah, he's in Houston. He's
Okay.
originally from Louisiana, but he resides in Houston now. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Man, that's really cool. That's it. So you get first turn pro, get smacked in the face, get 18th.
Get smacked again. Get smacked again in Cali. And then I went. My first show with Kash, I actually tied for 14th.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I tied for 14th. Yeah, and then we did. After that, we did Mile High Pro, and that show was
Denver.
stacked. Yeah, Denver.
Yeah.
That show was stacked, but I looked good, but I didn't place at that show.
Okay.
And then we went out to San Antonio this past October. That's why I got fifth. And then 2 weeks after that, I did Sacramento Pro again and got 12th, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're in the middle of the pack. We're running. So
yeah,
this is all last year, and then we had Miss Corona pop up this year, kind of fuck up everybody's plans.
well, I'm not gonna say fuck up everybody's plans. Just gave me a little more time to get better. Gave me a little more time to get better. As my coach said, you've been 8 weeks out 8 times.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
I haven't been off prep since Universe when I got my pro card. I've been working with my coach Dustin, and it just feels like I said, haven't been off prep, but I felt like I've started prep this year 3 times.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, and even through the whole quarantine, I still had a gym to train at.
I saw that. I was a little upset, by the way.
Hey,
I almost reached out.
Hey, you should have reached out. You know what I'm saying? I would have put you on game. I was selective because the person that put me onto the gym, but the person that put me onto the gym, they were selective. They was like, I know you're on prep for this show, and I'm gonna let you and wifey come train. So boom, and then so I was able to stay the course the whole time, which was a blessing. So
definitely, I think for part of that, like the March and the April timeframe, we rolled down to Texas. But I was in like Red Oak. I don't know if you're familiar with Red Oak, Waxahachie area.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually just came from that way, kind of that way, getting body work done. So
yeah. So we were over there. We would make our way to like Real Steel, and then hop over to a couple of little places, and then we would establish maybe a home gym at my brother's house. So we were still able to get something in, but.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite jealous, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
man. Get on Instagram and be like, how is this dude still at the gym?
Hey, look, you don't know how many times I had DMs I had. Yo, what gym is that? I'm just leaving them on red, or as soon as I see what gym, I just delete it so you can't see me read it. I'm like, I can't give you the spot. I don't want to be mean, but I can't give you the spot.
We all knew what it was. Context clues, you can tell.
Yeah, I didn't even tag the location.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah,
that's awesome. But getting back to the shows, all right. So we were running in the middle of the pack. What was some of the feedback you got from the judges? Because we were talking earlier, and your back just came up a lot.
Yeah. So with Sandy, which was the last judge I was in front of, the last 2 shows. Her only real critique was just make sure I continue to be conditioned. She liked my symmetry. Okay. She felt like my shoulders were on point. She also said a little more upper chest fullness and just conditioning really. But I also, so what I did was I sent my last 2 show photos to Steve. right after my last show in November, going into the end of the year. And his critique was he would like to see more fullness in the upper chest and more width in my back. So
Really?
yeah, so pretty much I sent that to Kash. I'm like, all right, so this is what Steve is saying he wants to see from me.
Yeah.
We got to execute. So he was like, all right, that's too easy. So he put together my
Too
routine.
easy.
Yeah, he's like he put together my routine or whatever, and I just hammer it out. And then of course, if you see me and him often like get up and train with each other for a weekend,
Yeah.
like maybe one weekend after a month or so, either I'll go down or he'll come up and we'll train together. And I promise you, I feel like when I train with him and then I go back to train with myself, I question myself. I'm like, what the fuck am I not doing when I train with him with myself? Because I feel like I'm dead when I train with him, and with myself, I'm like, I could have did a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, maybe it's just the having that other eye on me.
No,
But
it's that idea of like, I don't care how you cut it up, 100 pounds over your head with a dumbbell can still
yeah,
kill you.
yeah,
And when you're training by yourself, your thought is like, let's get these amount of reps and let's
yeah,
not die.
yeah.
Those are your two goals.
Facts, facts. Yeah, but I recently sent him some pictures
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago. And I had it attached to the previous critique that he gave me. And he's like, well, you definitely brought your back width up. He was like, I just like to see just a little more density
Okay.
and inner chest. I don't know how you build more inner chest, but we'll figure it out and execute. But those were his latest two critiques, is a little more density, but that comes with age.
Yeah.
It comes with age. I'm only 30 years old right now, so
You're only 30.
I'm only 30.
See, I love that you brought that up because that's something I think a lot of the young guys don't get.
Yeah,
It's like you can't rush time. I don't
you
care what
can't,
you think. You can super supplement all you want. You can lift
bro.
all the weights in the world. Eat up 10 pounds of steak a day. It's
Just
time.
come. It's time, unless you were gifted with, dense
Yeah.
muscle or full muscle bellies or something. If you're ectomorph like me and naturally
Yep.
skinny, you gotta just go with the flow and let it happen when it happens.
Yep. Exactly.
So that's all I've been doing, man, and just staying the course, and it's been working out for me.
Okay.
Crazy amount of feedback that I've been getting lately. Every time I post a update or pic, it's just crazy how much the first thing people say is, bro, you've transformed since your last show. And
Yeah.
that was only a few months ago. Or, bro, your back has came all the way up.
Yep.
Just little things. And I take it into consideration because I'm like, damn, people see me actually working.
Yeah.
So,
No, they have to. Even your front, I saw it the other day, and just the conditioning, the roundness of your shoulders and your delts,
yeah,
it was just on point. It's like,
yeah.
shit, I gotta go up against this guy pretty soon.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it's enough, man. If I can get this dub, I'll sit down.
Yeah,
But
yeah, please do. Please
no,
do.
I'll sit down if I get the dub. But if I stay in the top five these next couple outings, then I'm gonna keep running till I'm at least top five in points. So
Yeah. Man,
whatever the cutoff is.
I think you're gonna do well this year. I mean, it's the year of the big man, right? You got
Yeah,
Raymond. I'm waiting
yeah,
for it to come back down in height because I'm not in the sixth range just yet. I'm working on it.
yeah, man. It's definitely the taller dudes are definitely taking over the spectrum. I mean, you look at my dog. This my dude, like my dog Corey Morris.
Okay.
That dude, and me and him like the same height, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm chasing him, and I'm like, just stop getting better, bro.
Yeah.
You making it hard for me. Stop getting better. But some of the taller dudes are really starting to look good. They're feeling out more, and it takes more for the taller dudes too, because we're not so compact, we're elongated, so it's like we got more muscle to build and fill out our frames. But I mean, if you do it right, it'll come.
Yeah. Just take your time. All
That's
right.
it.
Now, so this is a question I got to ask selfishly for me because I'm working on my pro debut. We're thinking Puerto Rico. We'll see. Right? We'll see. We'll see.
Hey man, if you want to split the room fee, let me know.
Man, half the
I'm
reason
already
I'm going to
booked.
Puerto Rico is so the missus can get out of Indianapolis.
Look.
Right.
We see. My wife was gonna end up doing Junior USA's, but they changed it to that same weekend. So I said, well, I already paid for us to go to Puerto Rico Pro, so yeah, she switched her show to the week after.
Okay. What's the week? What's the week after?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay.
Nothing Americans, yeah. So
Yeah,
she's gonna do that. She'll be doing that.
Like that.
Yeah, she missed her pro card by one spot in Miami. So
yeah, it's what can we say? She's on the right track. She's gonna get there.
Yeah, I think this year's her year though.
Okay.
I do.
She's still enjoying the process?
With her in prep, it's a woman. You just see the real women, the feminine side of them a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's like when I have to be that, baby, look good, you're doing great.
Reassurance.
And then she's looking at me like, shut up. I'm like, all right, hey, you know what? I was just trying to, make it better on you. You are looking great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hear from you.
But yeah, man. Puerto Rico, I'll be there.
Yeah. So the idea, hopefully Puerto Rico will be fun. Kind of do well, place well, enjoy, not be in Indianapolis, get some good sunshine. I'm hoping they just let us into the damn little island, right? Like Hawaii, forcing everyone to quarantine for like 14 days. So we'll see how that goes. Neither here nor there. But like I said, selfishly for me, what is that first pro experience show like?
Oh, man.
Or what's the difference from the NPC level?
The difference is, one, you see the monsters that you've been following for a while, and you're like, some of them you get next to, and you're like, damn, he's not even that big. Like, you start looking at dudes, and you be like, damn, I thought he was bigger than this, or you know what I'm saying? And then you start to settle. So you might go in with the butterflies, but at least I did at first. I went in with, I was confident, but at the same time, I was like, man, I got all these hitters in this show.
Yeah.
And then I ain't gonna get no look. And that ended up happening. But when it was over, I was like, damn, all right, when's the next one? I'm ready to do this again. So it's really just, man, you just getting the butterflies out. I don't think nothing changes as far as getting on stage, doing your routine, nothing like that. It's all the same. It's just being around those dudes that you've been watching as you've been coming up in the sport. It's, some of them cool, some of them cocky, some of them approachable, some of them you don't want to deal with at all because you can just see how much of an asshole they are. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Instagram is not the reality, but, some dudes are actually cooler than you think.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's, I think Milos or someone said, like, everyone looks like they're Mr. Olympia in a tank top, right?
Yeah. Until you get backstage, you're like, damn, he looked bad today. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was telling me, I was talking with I forgot who I was talking with, and the first thing they said, everybody looks good on Instagram. I was like, you got a point there. It's a lot of dudes, man, that pride off of, Instagram, what they look like on Instagram, or comparing themselves to people on Instagram. I'm like, it's totally different when you get on that line, total line, and you put your symmetry against this symmetry, and then that symmetry that you thought you was better than blew you out the water.
I was so surprised, like, it was probably like a day before Universe. I see this guy pop up. I don't know his closing names, but I was like, damn, this guy's cold.
Yeah.
This guy's just like, damn, this dude's badass. I hope he's not in my class, but then I hope he's in my class because, like, I want to go. I still love to compete at the end of the day.
Right.
I feel like bodybuilding, the only time it's actually a sport is when you're on stage kind of battling it out with folks. So it's like, I hope he's in my class. And then I was like, nah, I kind of want to win this pro card shit too.
Yeah.
But looking back at the pictures, right, it was just like this clear-cut night and day, like where our differences lie. And, he was first call out. I was right next to him. So I was looking at the video and I was like, yeah, he's got a dope-ass front. They post some great-ass photos, but, like, it just wasn't there.
It wasn't there. Or they had the great front and then turn around and their back is shallow. Like, where is it? It's just a few of those going into Utah. And Yeah, it's a few of those going to Utah that, I think I don't know. Hey.
No comment.
Hey.
All we know for certain is that your back has made some serious improvements.
Yeah.
From last year.
Yeah, man. I've been hammering it, especially lately, man. So what I've been doing with my back training is really I've been training back like every 2 to 3 days. So
wow.
I'll do back, then I'll do maybe chest and delts the next 2 days. Then I hit back again. Then I'll go legs and chest. Then I do back again, and then so I've been hitting it a lot frequently, a lot more frequent than before. Instead of maybe doing it at the end of the week, and the end of the week it's like, but every time I look up, damn, I'm doing back again.
Back again. Yep.
But it's helped me develop a lot more. Okay. So.
What movements are you doing specifically? Because you said you're working on the width. And being as tall as you are, like, any inch of width is a lot.
Yeah. So, I do a lot of row variations.
Yeah.
Bent over dumbbell rows, bent over barbell rows, T-bar rows. Do a lot of pull down variations, wide grip, close grip, freaking the seated hammer strength rows. I kill those like a mug. Rack pulls, rack pulls. I love rack pulls, man. I don't know. It's some, even when I see myself doing a rack pull, I'm like, damn, look at that taper. I get excited.
Look at the taper.
Yeah, I get excited. So those really my staples, bro. And I would really like, I double down on them like every time. And I try, some days I may go heavy. Some days I may focus on my squeeze and drop my weight and actually, contract and make sure I'm actually making that connection. But, some people think that, I got to move weight. And that's not the case, especially when you're trying to develop muscles. You can move weight, that's strength all day, but you don't look like nothing. And that's why I tell people all the time when they ask me, how did you do this? Well, I pick a moderate weight that I can do 15 plus reps. And I do that 15 plus reps, 4 to 5 sets. And then I move on to the next movement. Pick a moderate weight where I can control and do it right, correct my form, 15 plus reps. And I do that 4 to 5 sets and move on. But you look like you could lift so much more. Yeah, I probably can, but I'm not a power lifter. I'm a bodybuilder.
It's a great sport. We're just not part of it.
I don't do that, So I can get a pump with lighter weight because I try to make sure I do it the right way. Like even when I train with
clarify for you real quick. When you're talking about moderate and lighter weight, that shit's still heavy, bro.
It is. Moderate is to me. Moderate is heavy, but I can move it 15 plus reps.
There we go.
And that's why
heavy weight that you can move effectively.
Yeah.
15 to 20 reps.
Yeah. And see, that's my version of moderate. Yeah. That's my version of moderate, and I tell people that I always throw that piece in though. Yeah. That you can lift this amount of reps or more. Just so they know. I probably can do 25 on a curl for 15 reps, but no, let's try that 30. It might be a little heavy enough, but it's going to challenge you in 15 reps. So that's how I look at it when I say moderate, and that's really just, and I do that not just for my back training. That's just in every muscle group that I train. Okay. I try to do that, and I switch it up. Heavy days, and even on my heavy days, the days that I call heavy, 8 to 10, maybe 12.
Okay.
8 to 10, maybe 12. I'm not a fan of 1 rep maxes and all of that stuff. It's cool to say, oh, I pushed it one time, but
we're both getting old, bro. I'm 27. I forget how old I am. Like
these hurt.
Dude, I got tendonitis right here.
These hurt. Even with legs, man. I jumped out of airplanes while I was in the Army, so I tell people, when I say my knees hurt, yes, them jumps hurt. You want to talk about miles running a day? You don't run for cardio? No, I did 8 years. I don't know how many miles on these knees, but I did 8 years in the Army. If you was in the airborne unit, you ran every single day. So, no, I try not to run. Even when I do run, I surprise myself that I've made 2 miles at this point.
Like,
To be honest, hey, ain't no lie. But yeah, man, it's just I tell people just, you want to do things effectively to build and progress that particular area that you're trying to improve. You know, and some people take that and run with it. Some people look at it like, ah, you don't know what you're talking about, and then they still look like shit. And yeah.
So what's been the secret sauce for you?
The secret sauce?
Well, what's been working? Like talking about 15 plus reps, moderate to lightweight. What's been working for you? Like diet wise, are you just getting enough sleep? Is that it? The beauty sleep aspect? Like, what do you
Man,
think
I wish I
is?
got enough sleep, man. I wish I got enough sleep.
Kids.
On average, well, it's not even the kids, man. It's real. I work 10 hours a day, so if you think about it, we working from home. Now, if we wasn't working from home, when we weren't working from home and I was in prep, I was up at 4. So I would get up at 4, do cardio and whatever for 30 minutes, come back, shower, and be at my desk by 6. From 6 to 4, I'm at work. Get off at 4, come to the crib. Now, then for the while, for the last year, it was just me by myself because I moved here a year by myself to take the job, and my wife was still in Hawaii finishing up her term. But when it was just me, I would come home no later than 4:30, eat, change, then be at the gym by 5:30, and train. Then come back home, pack my meals up, and talk to the family, do whatever. Talk to my son in Memphis, whatever. And bed down later than 10. And then even when I bed down most nights, I'm too busy scrolling that I can't go to sleep. So by the time I go to sleep, it's like 11:30, 12. So on average, I'm maybe getting, on a good day, I get like 5 hours, 5.5 hours sleep. But the days where I know like this morning, I think last night I went to bed, it was like 12. I woke up this morning, it was 7. So I got 7 hours last night.
Pretty good.
So normally on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, I get pretty good sleep. But Monday through Thursday, about 4 hours, 4.5. Depends. And there's some days, man, like, I don't know, like normally going into peak week, bro, I have the hardest time to sleep. I don't know why. I don't know if it's I'm hungry or what, or I'm just anxious. One of the two. But I'm like, I can't sleep. Like, I can't sleep at all. 3 hours here, 4 hours here. Maybe hell. Some days I'm like, I don't stayed up to 2 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock. Oh damn, I gotta get up. I'm like, shit, what happened? But I don't think it'll be like that this peak week as I'm working from home. So and I've been good with sleep these last few weeks. I've been sleeping about 5:30. Get up and go do cardio, then log in on 6. Because I look at it as if I log in later than 6, the longer I got to stay on.
Somebody's watching.
I can either burn that vacation time for the time I was late, or I can stay on later and make up that time. One of the two. So yeah, but really, man, it's just me and my coach. We have great communication. I think that makes it easy. It's not behind no computer, no email. I pick up and text him. He text back, or if I call him, he call back. Whatever. Or he.
They still doing this with email?
Hey man, you'd be surprised how many coaches out here still make you send your check-ins through emails and stuff. I'm like, that's email.
I don't like check my emails.
Bro. I mean, I check my emails when I'm expecting something.
Yeah.
But, even with the guys that I do help with preps and stuff right now, send me a text. That's the quickest way. You're going to get me, send check-ins, through text. That's the quickest way you're going to get me. 9 times out of 10, my phone is in my hand because somebody's dropping an order for some shoes or something, or I'm doing something on the phone.
My next point. Tell me about the shoes. Every other day, you've got like 100 pairs of shoes, right?
Yeah.
And I want all of them, but I'm not that guy because I don't think I can rock them. And then the other reason is I don't know what the hell they are.
Well, no, man. I've been in the shoes for the longest, bro. Like my stepdad to this day works at Nike over in Memphis in
Really?
the central warehouse where everything goes. And before I joined the Army, I worked there for about a year. And then I joined the Army. But I worked there after high school. But no, man, I've been around shoes all my life. And I mean, I love shoes. I love fashion or whatever. So, but I mean, the shoe business is I've been doing it for like a year now, you know, but when the quarantine hit, it took all the way up. No.
The opposite.
The opposite.
People ain't going nowhere.
That's exactly why. You ain't got nothing to do. You ain't got nothing to do but spend money. Everybody was online shopping while they were sitting at home. They had nothing to do. So when I post a shoe or I had the shoe on my foot and they seen I put it up for sale, people, hey, how much? I let them know. Boom. How do I pay? Here you go. Boom.
Cash App.
Zelle. Yeah. Whatever. And guess what? Before I know it, yeah, booming.
I saw at one point you had a raffle going.
Oh yeah, I was doing raffles, and the raffles really was fun. I might, yeah, it was hidden. I might crank them back up. A lot of people been asking me. I do that, and I do like a sale of the week.
Yeah.
And normally when I do the sale of the week, because I try to do a shoe that people want, but they're not going to be able to get it for a decent price. So I would do it for a decent price, and I'm not paying. I'm paying a wholesale price because of the way that the way that I'm set up with my suppliers. So I pay a wholesale price. So, yeah, so even distribute. So yeah, even though
familiar with the system.
Even though, you know, it may be a low price, I'm still making a profit on my end.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
next time you do a raffle, I'm gonna throw my little change in there.
Yeah, man. I might do one soon, man. It's a couple pair of Jordans dropping that I might raffle off.
Okay. All right.
But they get fun. The raffles get interesting because, you know, people will hit you in the morning once you put the list up and it's empty. All right, let me get this number. Then the list starts filling up, and before the list full, the same person come back. Hey, let me get two more slots. And then the list get full, and then next thing you know, that person that won, and they're like, "Yeah, let me know when the next one." I post it. So yeah, I mean, shit. Hey man, these shoes bought my new Harley. This is my second Harley. These shoes bought my Harley. My Lockheed money didn't buy that Harley.
Make sure you got yourself a nice little LLC set up. You know, you write everything off. You know, those miles on the Harley, those are work expenses. That's business miles.
Business meeting miles.
Business meeting miles.
But yeah, man,
all that.
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been good. I've actually had people buy into the business of it as well.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, man, that's been a blessing too. You know, on top of the good checks that I do get, that's just been that's been the blessing. On top. Yeah, makes life a little more easier.
Yeah, I understand. You're still working for it one way or another, though. I know that, you know, it's extra hours you got to do something for.
Yeah, I know, right?
Money just don't come. But cool, man. I really appreciate you being on. One thing I want to do real quick. You got any plugs? You want to plug?
Huh?
Anything you want to plug real quick?
Oh, man. Hey.
Well, that's a final question.
Global Formulas.
Global Formulas. Yes, I saw you with them.
Yeah, man.
I saw Ash in person last year at City Limits.
Yeah, I was there.
Like, there's no way in hell I can do this.
Yeah, man.
You teamed up with him. Global Formulas.
Yeah, Global Formulas. Use my code Teammate at checkout. Okay. I'm working on something else too, so I've been posting about it, but hopefully it come through soon, and I'll have a big post about that too.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to check it out, and I'll probably repost it for you. But Global Formulas, they treating you all right?
Oh man, I love Global, man. I honestly, bro, before I even got sponsored with them, I first used their products in Hawaii.
Okay.
I used the products in Hawaii from a local Hawaii nutrition shop. Yeah. And It was the Super Bio Freak, the pre-workout. That was the first thing I ever tried. And bro, I was like, it makes you not want to put the weights down. Like, no bull crap. So when I went to the Arnold this past year,
Yeah.
I met the owner, and he ended up shooting me a follow on Instagram. He said he liked my physique and I looked good, and he'd be in touch. And probably like a week after the Arnold, I had an email, and next thing you know, I had a contract. So I was like, okay, yeah. So
Damn.
yeah, they're good though, man. It's the products are good. They take care of their athletes really
Good.
well.
That's what we're hearing.
Incentive, plenty of incentives. It's not just for you to, promote their brand. It's also
Yeah.
ways for you to make more money as well as a sponsored athlete with them. So
You guys
pretty
hear that?
one of the better contract and nutrition gigs out there.
Good. I'm happy for you. Okay, we're rounding up to one of our final questions. Why do you think you're up next? That's what I love to end on. We figured out like what you've been doing well, what the secret sauce is. So like, why are you up next?
While I'm up next, man, I really think it's just time for a new face. New faces.
Okay.
I'm tired. The guys that at the top, they deserve to be at the top, but
Yeah.
the guys at the top also can be dethroned.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I'm that dude. I'm that dude coming for all of them.
Okay.
It's a lot of us in that pack coming for
Definitely.
It, but out of all us in the pack, I'm up next.
Okay. Change another guard. I like it. Well, Brian, I want to thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. Thank you for your service. We'll see you at Puerto Rico. We got about 9 weeks.
Yeah, Puerto Rico. But before then, you'll see me at Utah in 2 weeks.
Utah. Oh, that's right. We got Utah coming up.
Yeah. Utah, 2 weeks. Then Tampa Pro.
You're going to do Tampa?
Yeah, and then San Antonio. Yeah, then Puerto Rico. And who knows? But if I win, I ain't gonna do all of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now.
We're gonna collect some points.
If I win, I'm sitting my ass down. But if I'm point chasing, you gonna see me at everything.
We're gonna run the bases.
Yeah, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run it. The funds are there.
Good.
The look is there.
Yep.
We just gotta nail it.
Good shit.
So
hey man, I look forward to seeing you on stage and the rest. Well, go ahead, get your W, so you can be a spectator.
Yeah, if I get the dub, I'm gonna be a spectator in Puerto Rico because that trip is paid for. I'll just be a spectator if I get the dub, but if not, we shall dance.
Yeah. All right, I look forward to it.
Okay, man. I appreciate you having me on, brother. Thank you for following me, supporting through the journey. I really appreciate it.
Had to. All right, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, brother.
All right, see you.